morning, good evening, good afternoon, yogi friends and those who wish to move. Welcome to this yoga practice to get grounded and reconnect to the earth element. Often in our daily lives we can feel out of balance, out of alignment. Maybe there's a sense of dis-ease. This sense or feeling can be the signs we pay attention to remind us that perhaps we need to reconnect with the earth and its abundance of energy, love and support. I have a feeling many of us can relate to those moments of feeling fragile, being driven by anxiety, maybe that sense that you just don't feel comfortable in your own skin. With the increasing use of technology and its release of positive ions and a lifestyle that seems to be more and more confined to the inside, we can all benefit from a moment to get reacquainted with nature and the earth's release of negative ions to help balance our energy. Our connection with the earth helps provide a sense of stability, build a feeling of confidence, and from that, a sense of being safe in the world. So with that connection in mind, today's practice will allow us to feel that sense of security and confidence through grounding and stabilising postures. Postures that focus on our root chakra and the earth element, our pelvis, legs, and connection of the feet and hands with Mother Nature. Come and get grounded in this strong and calm earth element flow. Let's meet on the mat. We'll begin our practice with a short pranayama, samavriti. So that's the equal inhale to equal exhale, also known as box breathing. So while we practice, imagine a red square and you can follow your breath along that square. So we inhale for a count of 5, hold for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5, hold for a count of 5. If the count of 5 is a little too strong, a little too long for you, bring it down to a count of 3 and then just gradually work your way up. Let's begin. So just sitting up nice and tall, ground down through the sit bones, feeling that sense of connection with the earth. Reach up through the crown of the head so our head is positioned over our shoulders over our pelvis. And just find that sense of being grounded. Now on the next inhale, for a count of 5 through the nostrils, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Just continue this breathing pattern for the next minute or so. Perhaps you close down the eyes, bring the gaze to the midpoint between the eyebrows, and we're just focusing on that nice long inhale, the pause, and the nice long exhale. Perhaps you visualize the inhale. On the inhale, the breath is like water filling a glass as it reaches to the base of the spine, travels through the belly, the chest, and the collar. And the exhale softens the body, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Releasing the breath now, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm, Try not to alter it in any way and just observe. Notice how the body feels. Maybe there's some changes in the mind. Perhaps you've recognized a difference in the nervous system as well. A sense of ease, maybe a sense of calm. Flutter the eyelids open. Come to child's pose. So just roll over the knees, draw the hips to the heels. Extend the arms out to the top of the mat. And we're just going to keep the breath in the base of the spine. So we're just going to root the breath. Root the breath at the base. So notice on the inhale as the low abdomen expands. And on the exhale, the low abdomen draws back toward the spine. Just a few breaths here. On the next inhale, using the full length of the breath, slowly and meditatively rise to all fours, lower the belly, lift the chest. Good. Using the full exhale, tuck the toes, draw the hips back toward the heels, push through the palms, sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, slow and meditative. Bring the knees back to tabletop. Lower the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, untuck the toes, draw the hips to the heels, coming back to Balasana, child's pose. Inhale, nice and slow. Rise to the knees, sweep the arms overhead. Slight bend in the upper back. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bring the hips back to the heels, coming back to Balasana. So we're just going to go through this a couple more times. Finding your cadence, so we're following your own breath, and we're using each breath to complete each movement. Nice and slow, like a meditation. Inhale, slowly rise to all fours. Lower the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, draw the hips to the heels, sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees, lower the belly, lift the chest. Using the full length of the breath, exhale, draw the body back to back to child's pose. Inhale, slowly rising to the knees, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward, Balasana. Last round, inhale, rising to all fours, coming into cow. Exhale, tucking the toes, sweeping the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, lowering the knees, lifting the chest. Exhale, hips back to the heels, coming back to Balasana. Breath rises from the seat on the inhale as we lift up to the knees, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, coming back to child's pose, navel draws toward the spine. Inhale, rising to all fours, coming to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gazes to the top of the mat. Gently walk the feet to make the hands Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Thumbs point back, shoulder blades melt down the back. There's a slight arch in the upper back. Exhale, hands to heart center, samastiti. Lower the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Nice and strong, grounding down through all four corners of the feet. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, breath rises from the seat along the back body as you find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, with control, step the right foot back, coming into lunge. Whole body activation. Sole of the rear foot's perpendicular with the floor. We're engaging that back leg, so nice and strong. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back into plank, whole body activation. There's a slight arch in the upper back. Draw the navel toward the spine. Good. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Sweep the body forward, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push the hips back to the heels. Sweep the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands, finding our foundation, grounding down through the feet at the front, grounding down through the toes at the back. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Excellent. Exhale, rotate the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Sweep the right arm to the future, left arm to the past. Bending into the front knee. Gaze is over the front hand. Shoulders are aligned over the pelvis. Tuck the tail toward the earth. Breathe into the stability and the strength in this posture. Inhale, breath rises from the seat into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Good. One more inhale here. Find that sense of safety and security in the stance. Beautiful. On the next inhale, pivot up onto the back foot. Windmill the arms overhead, coming back into crescent lunge. Exhale, push off the back foot. Step forward. Lower the hands to the hips. Bring the left sole of the left foot to the inside of the right calf. If you want to go a little bit further as we come into tree pose, you can bring the sole of the left foot above the knee to the inner thigh. Finding your balance. This is our moment to reconnect. So perhaps you sense a feeling of being grounded through all four corners of the right foot, feeling that strength and stability. Allow the shoulder blades to melt down the back. And as you find your breath and your balance, find that sense of belonging. Perhaps you bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you go a little further and sweep the arms overhead. From here, we can grasp hold of the right wrist with the left hand. And if it's in your balance, gently bend, lift the spine and bend to the left, toward the left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Release the left foot to meet the right. Bend forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, samastiti. Inhale, lower the hands, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find a nice long back. Exhale, with control, step the left foot back, coming into lunge. Remembering the back heel is over the top of the toes, engaging that back leg to find the strength, and we're grounding through the front foot. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Nice and strong. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back, whole body activation coming into plank. Inhale, now draw the elbows toward the side body, lower down, chaturanga, halfway. Come to the tops of the feet. Push through the palms, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Bring the knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands, finding our foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Beautiful. Exhale, rotate the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Sweep the left arm to the future, right arm to the past. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Shoulders are over the pelvis, gaze is over the front fingertips. Inhale, find strength as the breath rises from the seat into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Beautiful. On the next inhale, rise up onto the back toes, windmill the arms overhead, coming back into crescent lunge. Exhale, push off the back foot, step forward, lower the arms to the hips. Taking it into tree on the other side. Grounding down through that left foot, through all four corners of the foot, feeling the sole grounded, connecting to the earth. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring the sole of the right to the inside of the left calf. If you want to go a little further, or if you're in a slightly more open body, bring the right foot to the inner thigh of the left, above the knee. Just finding our balance here. Perhaps you bring your hands to the heart. Reconnecting to find that balance. Noticing our flexibility. Perhaps we sweep the arms overhead, grasp hold of the right hand, lift up through the spine, bend to the right. Swaying in the wind like a tree. Maybe if we fall out, we come back in. Yep. On the next inhale, come back to center. Lower the right foot to meet the left. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Beautiful. Taking a moment now to ground down through the soles of both feet. So maybe you lift the toes, all 10 toes, and place them down individually, one by one. Spread them nice and wide to find that solid base. Feel a sense of being connected here to the earth. Checking in with the calves and the thighs and the glutes. Activating each muscle. Reaching up through the crown. Drawing the head over the heart over the pelvis, and the pelvis over the ankles. Inhale as the breath blossoms from the base of the spine, traveling along the back body, through the front body, into the collarbone. Exhale, body softens, shoulders draw away from the ears, and navel draws toward the spine. Tadasana helps us find that real strength and confidence in just belonging to the earth, to Mother Nature. We are, in fact, after all of the elements placed together. On the next inhale, perhaps you bring the feet just a little bit wider than hips width apart. Point the toes to about 45-degree angles and bend into the knees. Draw the hips toward the floor as we come into Malasana. Maybe you just move back and forth from toes to heels, one side to the other, just to find a little bit of stability and strength here. And when you're ready, come to find a static pose. So you can draw the elbows to the insides of the knees, hands to heart center. Maybe you close down the eyes. So we're just finding that sense of being grounded, in alignment with stability as well as flexibility. And perhaps we come to find that sense of being safe within the world. If you find that you need a little more space, perhaps you can bring the heels up onto the mat. So perhaps you just roll the edge of the mat to fall underneath the heels, or perhaps you pop the heels up on a block. Just create that space wherever you need. Inhale, breath rises from the seat as we find length through the spine. So we're drawing down through the tail, lifting up through the crown. Perhaps we're pressing the elbows into the knees to find a little more space. Exhale, shoulders fall away from the ears, navel draws to spine. Remembering here that when we're feeling a little out of balance, maybe when we sense that feeling of dis-ease, these are all signs for us to reconnect. One more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, just press the palms into the ground, lift the hips. Heel toe the toes toward each other. Forward fold, Uttanasana. On the next inhale, just draw the buttocks to the mat. Extend the right leg out in front of you. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Hips remain squared. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over the front leg. So we're folding over the right leg. And the right toes remain flexed. So the ankle remains flexed, toes drawing toward the body. We've got a nice long spine here. So as we inhale, we just notice the space and the length that's created through the spine. And as we exhale, the longer we're in the posture, we notice as the body begins to soften just a little bit more. Maybe we can go a little deeper into the fold. Inhale, gently walk the hands back toward the body, lifting the torso. Extend the left leg out long. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Just grounding down through the sit bones, lifting up through the crown. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, fold over the front leg, flexing the foot, toes draw toward the body. Finding a nice stretch through the hamstring on the left side. Inhale, we find length through the spine. Exhale, maybe we deepen a little further. All the while sensing and feeling the earth and the reconnection through the sit bones, through the thigh, through the heel. On the next inhale, lift the torso. Extend the right leg out to meet the left. Bring the back to the mat. Draw the right knee to the chest. Extend the knee across the body using the left hand. Extend the left arm out to the side. Gaze is over toward the left hand as we come into Supta Matsyendrasana. It's a supine twist. Maybe you close down the eyes here. Notice as the breath travels through the twist into the collarbone. And the hips being part of our root chakra and connected to our earth element. It's a bit of a storehouse for our emotional body, our emotional energy. I'm just breathing into any sensations throughout the body here, throughout the hips, throughout the low back. Maybe we sense a nice release on each exhale. On the next inhale, unravel from the twist. Extend the right leg out long. Draw the left knee toward the body. Sweep it across the body using the right hand. Extend the left arm out to the side. Gaze can be over to the left hand. As you inhale, find length through the spine as the breath rises from the seat through the twist into the collarbone. And the exhale softens the body a little further. We feel a nice stretch through the left IT band, the left glutes, maybe the left low back. With each exhale, body softens. Maybe we deepen a little further into the twist. On the next inhale, unravel from the twist, extend the left leg out long. Draw the feet to about hips width apart. Allow the soles of the feet to fall to the sides of the mat. Bring the arms beside the body. Maybe they're slightly away from the torso, allowing room for the pits to breathe. Palms can be facing down today to feel that connection to the earth. Perhaps we tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Chin draws away from the chest to encourage the natural curve of the spine. We're just releasing any tension in the jaw, letting go of any furrow in the brow. And if they're not already, close down the eyes. And just sense, do a scan through the body. Just notice the points where the body meets the floor. Notice where the heels meet the floor. The calves touch the floor. The backs of the thighs reaching to the earth. The buttocks. The back. The shoulder blades. The triceps and forearms. The pads of the palms, pads of the fingertips. The shoulders and the back of the head. And just take a moment to give yourself permission, give your body permission to feel supported by the earth. Perhaps you feel a sense of warmth, stability, security as you surrender into the earth's presence. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And just observe any sensations throughout the body. Any fluctuations throughout the mind. And when you're ready, begin to find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Gentle rock of the head and neck from side to side. And when you're ready, just roll into your most comfortable side and observe. Push through your free hand. Come to find a comfortable seat. Eyes can remain closed. Just take a moment to ground down through the sit bones, reaffirming that connection with the earth. Perhaps you feel a sense of being a little more grounded now. Or maybe it's just even the understanding and the sense of security and knowing that you can always come back to the earth and reconnect. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, bring the palms to meet. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you, in honor of all that you are. Namaste. Thank you for joining me from your mat today, and thank yourself for making it to the mat. I hope that this practice has brought you a sense of being grounded and being able to find that sense of stability and confidence from just connecting to the earth and letting go and feeling that support and being surrendered to its elements, to all the elements. If you found value in this video, please like the video to help my content raise to the top so we can get our message out to a few more people. If you think there's someone that might benefit, please share the practice with them. Let them know to leave a comment about how they feel or how this practice helped them in any way. If you're new here, I would love it if you hit subscribe and the little notification bell so you don't miss any of our future practices. And as always, keep creating magic and bringing magic to this world from your space at your own pace. Namaste.